I mean, we could just be sort of like smiling at each other with some like music. It's like, let's set the
Right.
mood, Mark. Let's just set the
There you go.
mood. Intimacy is a part of our life. Sexual intimacies, I think for a lot of us, it's a very necessary and fulfilling part of our lives. But
Mm.
sometimes having a stroke or an injury or something like that can really hold our confidence back in wanting to express ourselves sexually, as seeing ourselves as a sexual being. So I want to know from you, Mark, what has helped you build your confidence as a intimate sexual creature in your journey?
Well, first of all, I'm a sex machine. Let's get that out of the
Let's talk
way.
about sex, baby.
It all boils down to confidence, because you get into a sexual relationship and being one with a visible disability or hindering you from quote unquote to perform properly. That all boils down to going into the relationship with confidence. And where that comes from is being comfortable with where you're at with yourself. You hold your head high, you puff out your chest. I walk around with my scars, shaved head, no big deal. It's all about the confidence aspect. So when you go into a sexual relationship, they're going to feel that from you, whether you're confident about it or whether you're not. So if you're confident about it, you're going to hit all the right spots. And when you hit all the right spots, boom.
You've actually just helped me even think about how much, like, sometimes I forget how much, like, I can personally exude confidence, like, but true confidence is within.
Yeah.
Like, true confidence is how you feel about yourself and how you correct yourself when you might be outside going, I feel fine, but inside going, I'm a fraud, or I'm not attractive, or I don't belong. But
Yeah.
it's like, fuck that. Correct that thought, redirect
Oh, yeah.
that thought. There's something really powerful about what you just said about, like, you have to teach yourself to do it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's confidence is something that everyone can have. It's just a matter of finding that path to get that confidence. And I believe personally, after sustaining a traumatic event as a stroke, such as a stroke, that you have to some degree, be confident about where you're at with that. Because when I'm in a sexual relationship, it's hitting a different way because my left leg, it doesn't stand up how it's supposed to. And then,
Yeah.
Sometimes my left leg will be shaking, so, it's just the added aspects that make it that much better for the other person when you're exuding that confidence.
I think that's amazing because that gives the other person permission to just be themselves as well.
Oh,
Because
for
the
sure.
reality is that
Yeah.
no matter how banging you are, that's fluff. It's like what we all actually really like about each other and get off on about, the intimate partner that we sort of choose is the essence of who they are. And
Yeah.
seeing that, I've had challenges myself, where I've experienced things because it's quite hard for another person to tell what I'm experiencing because a lot of it's dizziness or whatever, or my throat will start to close up and I'll start talking like this, but I just sound like I've got a funny throat, or my voice is tired, or I'm just closing my eyes, but deep down I'm actually doing backflips and trying to pretend. And they think that it's like a Bon Jovi moment. But I think the power of what you just said, which is like just sort of that actually, if you own it, it can be incredibly liberating and it's actually very sexy.
Oh, for sure, 100%. If you have confidence within yourself and you're walking down the street, you're walking with the limp, you're walking with the left hand, but your head is high, your chest is out, you get people coming up and talking to you and saying, whoa, like, how are you dealing with this so well? I'm not saying that I had a girl come up to me and say, hey, you want to date? Nothing like that, even though I am pretty sexy, but
Bring it on, bring it on. It's reminded me of a TED talk that I watched years ago that I often talk about, but it's by an amazing speaker called Amy Cuddy, and it's about using your body language to change your internal thinking. And it's like, essentially the science behind like hitting a power pose and what that actually does for you. But you've said a couple of things, Mark, about holding your head high and puffing your chest out. And I know that those are two tips that I'm going to literally take into my day today, and I'll report back as to how sexy I feel. Thank you so much. So now Mark and I want to know from you, what are you doing for yourself to make yourself feel sexy? What challenges are you overcoming to build confidence in your intimate life? Let us know down below.